My medical doctor said he wouldn't even refer me to an audiologist because he said you just have to live with it. There's no cure. The audiologist that I saw tried to help with some maskers, but they don't specialize in tinnitus. So they were kind of out of their league there. So no answers from the medical side, none at all.
What did the hearing test result show for you? Do you have a hearing loss or was it normal hearing result?
Almost perfect. Very little in my right ear. Very little.
All right, so essentially normal hearing, but sudden tinnitus onset. That's really tough when you're diagnosed with tinnitus and local doctors don't have a solution or don't recommend a specific treatment. What was your day-to-day experience? Did tinnitus affect you during daytime hours? Did it affect you trying to fall asleep at night? Give us some insight into how this was affecting your life.
Yes, tinnitus did affect me from the moment I got out of bed. It's just right away, and it just never ended. Once in a while, I would get a little break, a little, but it was every day, all day. And, going to sleep wasn't as bad as you'd think it would be, but it wasn't, a whole lot of fun.
Were there any tools that you tried on your own before you discovered the tools that ended up moving the needle? Were there any other tools that you tried that helped a little bit? Maybe some basic sound therapy or, exercises, walking, anything that helped a little bit?
No, but besides what's on the list,
Yeah.
yeah, believe it or not, I tried to sit in the sun as much as I could. I don't know why. I thought that would help, but it didn't. Yes, walking my dog, 3 to 4 times a night, just nothing helped.
Well, for anyone who's going through that, this would be just turning life upside down and I'm sure causing a lot of difficulty. Were you able to work? Were you able to maintain relationships with family and maintain some energy day to day?
Energy was the big loss. That was really hard because you don't wanna get out of bed because you don't wanna wake up because you don't wanna hear the sound. Relationships, work, it all suffered greatly. I was able to maintain them, but it wasn't really with a smile on my face.
Brad, what were the things that you first tried once you developed tinnitus and how did those go for you?
First of all, diet, nutrition, supplements, essential fatty acids were one of the supplements. Medical grade CBD, tried that. Neosensory wristband, a little black wristwatch, and blue light therapy from my chiropractor, and none of it was successful.
Let's talk about the tools that you eventually found that helped with brain retraining. What was tool number one that moved the needle to reduce your tinnitus?
The sound therapy, for sure.
What is sound therapy and how did you use it?
The maskers that come with working with Treble Health, you set those up with your audiologist from Treble Health, and they adjust the noise. I don't want to call it noise, but the therapy level that you can hear coming out of the maskers, and it just worked. I mean, and the audiologist is always there to help, so it was a big deal for me.
Let's talk more about that. So, what is sound therapy treatment exactly? What are these devices? Tell us more about what you used and what you heard.
Well, it's just a little earpiece goes in your ear on each side. I hear basically a white noise. It's a very soft white noise, and I even said to my audiologist, I said, "You gotta turn these things up." He said, "No, just you'll be alright." So, she was right. It's a very gentle noise. It's not disruptive or disturbing.
What was your time frame with sound therapy treatment in particular? How much time did it take for your tinnitus to calm down a bit? And was it the awareness? Was it the volume? How exactly did you know you were getting better?
Time frame, I'm gonna say roughly 2.5 months, 3 months, and how I knew I was getting better is this would be top of my mind all day, every day, and then after, I guess it was, I don't know, a week and a half, and I thought to myself, "I haven't thought about this." Then I knew. I'm like, "Wow, that's really it." But yeah, then I knew this was gonna work out.
That's not the only tool that you benefited from, though. So let's talk about tool number two. What else helped you reduce your tinnitus, Brad?
The guided breathing, and what that really did for me, I do it at night in bed, and most of the time before I can get through it, I'm asleep. It just completely relaxes you, and but you gotta really push it. I mean, you gotta really expand your diaphragm. I mean, you can't just, lightly in and out. Like it said, you gotta really go to the max, and if you do that, wow, it really helps.
Let's talk about the theory of this. So, in your understanding, what's happening there? How could breathing help your ears? What did you learn about the relationship between your ears, your brain, your body? Tell us more about that.
it's just an overall relaxation, and when you have tinnitus, at least for me, the anxiety, the stress, and to have the breathing just calm you down and kinda recenter yourself and just, "Hey, this is gonna be alright." It's really amazing.
It sounds to me like you put your body and brain in a position to succeed. It wasn't that you did anything to specifically address the tinnitus head on, but you put your brain and your body in a position that it could reduce the tinnitus for you in a way. Is that connecting?
It is, yes, and that's exactly how Suzanne explained it to me. We're not really going after the sound. We're going after your brain to not recognize it, you know? You're not just gonna put maskers in and have a noise overpower the noise that's in your head. It's retraining everything, rewiring your brain. Mhm.
What was the third tool that really helped move the needle with your tinnitus treatment, Brad?
Sleep strategy, and, Suzanne May, told me, she said, "Set your bedtime and stick to it," and that's a huge help. You've gotta have rest and good quality rest when you're going through this program. It's so important. I don't think it can be stressed enough, and, she really drove that home to me. Get to bed, really that simple.
How many hours a night have you been sleeping on average since you took that advice?
Oh, I mean, just roughly 8, you know?
Okay, that's good.
But yeah, it's great advice from her.
Brad, what advice do you have for someone struggling with tinnitus who's had it for over a year or has a significant degree of tinnitus?
Kinda like you said a moment ago, if you're going after a solution for this that has the appearance that, "Oh, if I order this, I'll take it, and it'll be over with in 1 day," it's not gonna work, you know? Do even things that, the guided breathing, the sleep, it all helps. It all does, and above all, the sound therapy, all I can say is it works. I don't know how else to put it, and, like, say, if it helps one person, wonderful. It helps one person. Yeah, just do it and stick with it. It's not gonna happen overnight, but it will. It did for me, I know that.
Brad, do you have any last words here from what you've learned or for our YouTube community who's watching?
I would say a big one for me was stay away from the certain forums where people really get down. It doesn't help you. It's just gonna depress you further. And just don't give up. Just don't give up. It can happen for you. Just put the work in and you'll get there. I'm at the point now where, like my audiologist said, this is like when car alarms first came out. Car alarm goes off, everybody, oh, now you hear a car alarm, you don't even hear it. It's the same thing with tinnitus. I don't hear it.
If you follow Treble Health and get value from these videos, I would highly recommend that you watch the full video from this clip right here, or subscribe to this clip's channel. Every little bit counts, and your support means the world to me. This is Dr. Ben Thompson with Treble Health.